Hey, good morning, everybody. This is a book called The Rainbow Bridge. Now, this week I've read a few interesting books, and one was Anansi the Spider, A Trickster Tale, Selfish Spider, right? Then we read the one about Raven, where he brought the sun. So he was a trickster, but he showed us where did the sun come from. And that's called an origin tale also. It means what is the beginning, where did that come from? And this is a book called The Rainbow Bridge, and it tells us where the Chumash people say that dolphins came from. Let's find out where they came from according to the Chumash people. The Rainbow Bridge. A Chumash legend. A legend is a story that people tell, and they tell their grandchildren, and those grandchildren grow up and they tell their grandchildren. And so the story is passed on and on through the generations. Lemieux crouched on a cliff, gazing at his world. He loved to watch the ocean around the island his tribe called home. Below him, the waves crashed against the rocks like rolling thunder. This morning, like every morning, Lemieux would go to do his favorite thing, and that was to swim. He practically grew up in the water. That is how he earned the name Lemieux. It means in the sea. In the ocean, Lemieux found friendship among the dolphins. Every day they called for him to come and play. The dolphins watched over him as he hunted for fish, and in return, he would share his catch. At night, Lemieux sat by the fire listening to his grandfather's stories. They were legends that were passed down from the beginning of time, from the old to the young. All the children of Lemieux's village listened to the wisdom of their telling. Important to listen to your grandparents' stories. That night, he asked his grandfather, "Please, tell me the story of the dolphins." Grandfather sat very still, his eyes staring into the fire as if to find answers there. Slowly staring into the fire as if to find the answers from there. Slowly, he lit his pipe and began to speak. "The story of the dolphins begins with the creation of our people. We were seeds from a magic plant sown by the earth goddess Hutash. She took care of us as her own children and watched us grow." Oh, there's Hutash there. Grandfather put the pipe in his mouth and then blew smoke into the sky. "Look beyond the smoke at the stars slithering across the sky," Grandfather said. "That is Sky Snake. He makes lightning with his tongue." Lemieux's eyes widened as he turned his head in wonder. What does their creation have to do with the dolphins?" "You must hear the story from the beginning to know the dolphins and their ways," Grandfather said. "Sky Snake is married to Hutash. He was proud of her creation and decided to send us a gift. The gift of fire." Yep, see, lightning often does cause fires. "We learned how to use fire for cooking and keeping warm. It made life easier, and as time passed, the villages began to grow and grow until our whole island became crowded and noisy. The noise bothered Hatash, so she decided that some of the people would have to go to the mainland to start new villages. See, a long time ago, the Chumash people actually lived only on islands outside of Santa Barbara, actually. But how did they get to the mainland? Did they build canoes like ours?" Lemieux asked. Grandfather smiled and said, "Hutash made a bridge, a beautiful rainbow bridge that stretched from the tallest mountains on the island to the tallest mountains on the mainland." Oh, look at that. Whoa. Hutash told them to cross the rainbow bridge and fill the whole world with people. They waved goodbye to their friends and began their journey with nothing more than what they could carry. They climbed onto the rainbow bridge. taking each step slowly, for it was high and they did not want to slip and fall. Bye bye. Many people made it safely across, but a few became dizzy at the great height, and losing their balance, they fell toward the earth. Hatash was watching. She saw them tumble off the rainbow bridge and fall through the sky. Faster and faster they dropped, falling with great speed toward the ocean. Hatash did not want to see them drown. What did she do? Lemieux asked anxiously. Are you looking? What do you think is going to happen? As they fell, she carefully changed them into dolphins, and they slipped into the water safely. That is why the dolphins remain our friends and our brothers today, just as other animals in the sea and on the land are all part of our family. But that is another story. Lemieux returned to his hut and curled up on his mat. As he fell asleep, he thanked Hatash and the sky snake for his friends, the dolphins. Wow, I totally did not know that dolphins came from people who fell off of the Rainbow Bridge. Gosh, I wonder if that story is true.